Tutuukeyo mawulire gafaago aga live at 1 kakati no tuyingide lunchtime sports wano ku NBS television, your leading television station, ate ne kusanyuka TV amakago ag'ebyemizannyo yo home of sport. Abanirizaako ku lunaku luno olw'Emmande, nze Michael Kigozi mukimanyi nti buli weziwera saa 7 n'ekitundu tubeera tuyingiddewo naddala olunaku olw'Emmande nze atera okubaanirizaako olw'ensonga tubeera tugenda kuyita mu kanyomero kaffe kano akayitibwa Bundesliga moment. Tuba tugenda kwogera ku ligi ya German, mawulire kyagabaddeyo agasinze enkizo era saagala kuriisa musajja waffe ali red oli gwe mumanyi gwe mwatuuma mu Germany mukulu Kres Harrington ngenda kuba mu musoya kino nakiri atubuulire ki ekyatambudde katukole mu bwetti nsooke muyingeko. All right, it is that time that we get to chat about the latest from Germany's domestic football league. We do this every Monday, and I do not do it alone. I do it with this gentleman. He goes by the name Kres Harrington. He's a German football expert, and we do this every Monday. My name is Michael Kigozi. Kres, good to see you. It's been a wet morning this here in Kampala. I don't know what Berlin is all about, but let's get on to the real business, and let's begin in Bayern. Not Berlin, because Bayern Munich crashed out of the Champions League, but the defending champions were able to defeat Wolfsburg thanks to a historic performance from a one Jamal Musiala.
Yeah, well, first let me talk about the weather here in Berlin is, hit or miss. It rains every now and again. It doesn't feel like spring, to me. But about this match, Jamal Musiala is definitely a spring chicken. He's a young talent at Bayern Munich, and he proved to be the difference maker in this match. I thought it would be tough for Bayern because they're playing Wolfsburg. Wolfsburg has been solid all year round, but this kid is special. Thomas Müller set up his second goal, a beautiful header on the match, and called the young player a diamond at times, and I think he proved that, especially with his first goal as well. The way Musiala weaved through traffic, and finished. He's only 18 years old. He made history, scoring his 6th goal in the Bundesliga. He's the youngest player to do that, and I think he's very important for Bayern Munich moving forward. Bayern Munich, obviously are chasing the one title they have left. You mentioned they got ejected from the Champions League. We all knew that would happen. Winning by 2 goals in Paris is a tall order. I didn't think that would happen, and it didn't happen. So they only have the Bundesliga crown left. And I think Jamal Musiala is a nice fixture. We have Lewandowski out. Choupo-Moting, scored a goal as well. I think the team looks good right now, especially when you factor in RB Leipzig dropped points at Hoffenheim. So you want to salute the young kid, Musiala, for that nice electric performance.
All right, let's think a little bit again with Bayern, and we tackle the bigger news coming in from there, because their coach Hansi Flick announced he'll be leaving at the end of this season. Now, what's next for Hansi, and who do you see as his replacement?
Yeah, first off, the news, him making that announcement was a shock, to the press and also to the club, Bayern Munich, because they had this backroom agreement that they would make no announcements like this. So Hansi Flick just kind of went on his own and made the announcement, and he did come out and say if Germany approaches him to become the next German national coach, which everyone has rumored to be the case, that he will consider that. So I think that's him pretty much saying he'll take the job. German media has already said that he would take it, and they actually had already predicted that he would depart Bayern Munich at the end of the season, and that's true now. So who will replace him? That's the big question. Max Allegri is unemployed. He was fired by Juventus 2 years ago. That's one name that's been linked, but my money's on Julian Nagelsmann. Julian Nagelsmann checks off more boxes. He's German. we all know FC Bayern want a German coach, to take over. It makes sense because it is a German football club, for all intents and purposes. And Julian Nagelsmann is a hometown kid. He grew up not too far from Munich. It's always been his dream to coach at Munich one day, so that seems to be the best fit. FC Bayern will just have to pay a release clause that RB Leipzig made clear between 15 and 20 million euros, but I think Bayern Munich would do that because Julian Nagelsmann is a mastermind. He's always been competitive against FC Bayern. I think he's a good coach, and look what he's done at RB Leipzig. This team is a young team. We can't forget that, and this team has been competitive, not only in the Bundesliga, but in the Champions League as well. So that's my money on Julian Nagelsmann becoming the next coach, but we have to wait and see.
Right then, and you mentioned Julian Nagelsmann. What next? No, actually not what next, but I want to ask if you think RB's title hopes are over following that goalless draw at Hoffenheim.
Yeah, I think it's over. I think it's signed, sealed, delivered, in terms of Bayern Munich repeating, as Bundesliga champions. RB Leipzig, I thought they went on to win the game when Yusuf Poulsen scored, but VAR, a virtual assistant referee, showed that the ball actually deflected off his hand. That's a big blow to RB Leipzig because they had an opportunity, to close that gap. And anytime there is a two-horse race and one team wins and the other drops points, obviously the gap gets bigger, and that's what we saw this past match day. And I don't see Bayern Munich slowing down when they only have one target left, to achieve, and that's successfully defend their crown. RB Leipzig, you have to salute what they've done. They've done a lot, but they have a lot of changes coming up. Maybe their coach leaves. We know Upamecano is leaving. This team will be a bit different. So it is what it is. But regardless, RB Leipzig is secure, and they will definitely qualify for the Champions League, and that's definitely worth a lot.
All right, Kres, as I let you go, I know there's always something up your sleeve. What else hit your radar?
Yeah, well, I know there are Frankfurt fans out there, and Frankfurt got smoked by Gladbach. That's definitely something I didn't want to fail to mention. Every time news comes out that the head coach leaves, Adi Hütter, Frankfurt's head coach, he's leaving, the club self-destructs. We saw that. We saw Gladbach beat them up. They smoked Frankfurt. The same thing happened to Gladbach when their coach, the news came out that he was leaving. We saw them kind of slide down the table as well. So I think that what this does is this makes the Champions League race between Frankfurt and Dortmund very interesting. Dortmund picked up all 3 points against Werder Bremen on Sunday. So now it's a 4-point gap right now, 4 points with 5 matches to go. This is going to be the most interesting race, to go in the Bundesliga. Who qualifies for the Champions League? Because the title looks set right now, and so does the relegation battle, I think, in my opinion. The teams destined to go down the bottom of the table will probably go at the bottom of the table, to the second division. So right now the Champions League, all fans should be looking at that because Dortmund are playing really good right now. They had a really nice match against Bremen on the weekend. Erling Haaland just snapped his dry spell in front of goal. He netted a brace. It was a nice match, so that's something I'm watching. I'm having a watchful eye over.
Fantastic insights. Our German football expert, Kres Harrington, from our partner station, DW, based in the German capital, Berlin. Always a pleasure speaking to you every Monday. Let me just say, Danke schön and auf Wiedersehen.
Danke and tschüss.
Aya. Bwetu betufaananye bannange omuze Germany waffe tumutadde asobodde okubeera nga atugayiza mutukikola buli lunaku olw'Emmande ne tubeera nga tukola ki twogerako ku liigi